Hello and welcome to OT Reacts, and here we are for episode 3 of My Dress Up Darling. Last time we came off of an episode where we got through some measuring for Kitagawa's cosplay, and Gojo was obviously helping her out. She, first time in Gojo's or Wakana's place. She went into his room. They went through the whole measuring process. He was freaking out the whole time, and she was completely oblivious of what the hell was going on, or not what the hell was going on, but what was bothering Wakana. She gave him some references to the Slippery Girls thing or whatever, like to video games. And now he's going through them, figuring out, how the cosplay should look and some little detailed things. And they're basically just preparing for finally getting to the actual process of making the cosplay. Not too much happened, in general last episode. It was just kind of a fun, kind of fan servicey type of episode, but they did make a little bit progress in, obviously the measurement stuff. So I think that's all I gotta say about last episode. So let's just get right into it. Dream? Or are we getting like a future thing? This looks like a dream though. Oh no, this is about to be some crazy, creepy shit. No? I mean, I guess they're like sex slaves. So he's having he's having a moment here. Hey yo. Jesus. not the pleases. Oh no, this guy. He is in high school, so not too crazy to think he would have a dream like that. You had to check. Jesus. Nah, bro, if I had like little Hina dolls like that, I could not have them facing me while I went to sleep. That would definitely place them face down. Like, come on, man. Tissues? Oh no, not that scene. That was like the biggest fan service shot ever. Like the feet in the shot too. Totes. Yeah, whenever he sees her, he just thinks about the crazy dream he had. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think I said it in last reaction, but I love it when shows have their characters change their look or have new clothing and stuff like that. I love that stuff. She's tiny. Noah. I'll write that down. A sucker. Yeah, they can read a room better than she can. Man, I love the music in the show. I love it so much. Yeah, I was just about to say that when she first showed up. She doesn't change up around him. Like, she doesn't like ignore him or anything like that. She treats him exactly the same in private as she does in public. My man actually busy, or is he just not want to hang out with school? Bro's hiding, bro. What the hell? Oh, go talk to her. What's wrong with you, bro? People are starting to speculate here. Oh no.
遠慮しておきます。
え、ちょっと
Bro ran. What the hell?
せっかく誘ってもらったの
Shoot,
に
is he about to bump into someone here?
すみません。
Oh my god. What the
謝
fuck?
るくらいだったら逃げんなっつうの。避けてたよね。
Mm-hmm.
感じ悪いんだけど、文句あんなら言えば。
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
北川さんが周りに
Come on, man. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? She doesn't care, obviously. Why should you care?
すでにあたしら友達じゃん。
That's his first friend, right? That's what he said in the first episode when he was talking with his grandpa.
耳に入って
Asking him if he had made any friends yet in high school.
じゃ、付き合っちゃうなんつって。
JK. I don't know what if these subs are accurate, but the JK is pretty hilarious. I love this track so much. This is like my favorite track.
どこに行くんですか？
だから買い物
It's so good.
コスプレ専用のコーナーなんですか？
すごい。
雫炭の三面図を描いてきま
That's
した。
pretty crazy.
必要なものが結構あって。
てかやば、これ全部五条くんが書いたの？
はい。
Yeah, he's pretty
すごい
skilled.
んだけど。
これスカートがかなり広がってるじゃないですか。
Skirt is pretty poofy.
ボリュームのあるパッ
Man, this
それと
Unidoll clothes, they
靴
can
のデザイ
really
ンが独特で
prepare him for
これ
this.
も専門店で買った
More
方
than
が
I
いいと
thought.
思います。
ね
I like how they're both involved in this process. It's not just Gojo or it's not just Kitagawa.
そうですね。
They're both, you know, want to be involved and are involved.
え、なんで？なんか違いあんの？
ぬるぬる女学園はお嬢様学校ですから、雫炭はそれなりの制服を着てるはずですよね。
He's even thinking about the context of the show and everything. That's pretty cool.
心配しますね。が、
ああ、大丈夫大丈夫。キラキラキラキラ。下ろしてきてるって。
What's the
好きに
bank?
使っちゃってくださ
Oh no.
好きにっていけませんよ。
い。いいのいいの。
I mean, she's the one that's basically commissioning it anyways. Boy's got a sugar mama here. That song's so good. Oh,
スワローテイル行こ
スワローテイル。
the hell kind of store is that? Oh,
う。行った瞬間マジビビるよ。半端ないから。
はい。
that's pretty dope. Shit, I like this theme
す
too.
ごい。
でしょ？マジわかるよね。
Music in the show.
私スワロー見んの超好きなんだよね。
わかります。本当にす。
Even he's impressed. Yeah.
雫炭黒髪だし、これ買おうよ。
Mm-hmm.
北川さん、こっちの色にしましょう。
Different color.
ってそれ。
Kind of a mix-up.
紫なんだけど。
はい。雫炭のイメージカラーって紫ですよね。一見黒のようで、そんな紫の方が雫炭らしいと思うんですが。
だよね。
The goof faces in the show are pretty funny.
それから髪の長さもロングにした方がいいと思います。
なんで？
雫炭は前下がりボブなので、ミディアムだと
Mm,
長さが
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ロン
I
グを
see
切っ
that.
て使いましょう。
オッケー。サロンでカットしてもらう。さあ、今日一人で来るつもりだったんだけど。
You're about to.
さっきの
Fucking Wakana was about to totally ditch your
私
ass.
は五条くんがいてくれてマジよかった。サンキュー。じゃあこれ買ってくんね。
I love their wholesome faces in the show. From both of them. I look at this.
ちゃんと役に立ててたんだ。
Aw.
あとは
Oh, Lord.
ガーターとストッキングさ
北川さん、
He's just looking at the floor the whole time.
い。割とカップルいるし余裕だって。
Bruh. There's couples are here all the time, and there's fucking no couples anywhere. Bruh.
見えてますよ。隠してください。
っていうか今日付き合っ ってくれた
I
嬉
wish
し
she
い
just popped through
み
that.
たいな。もっとエロいやつのが良かった。
からかわないでください。
She is a big tease. She's a big
ごちそう
tease.
さまでした。あざした。
超美味しかっ
At least they had food.
はい美味しかったです。
高校生カップルか。いいですな、青春ですな。こっちはまだまだ仕事ですよだ。
Hmm.
た。そうだ五条くん。ブルジョ
Random.
ってどこまでやった
Random as hell.
それ
What the
が
fuck?
全然うまくできなくて。
どの辺？
Oh no, she's still there. Okay.
全校生徒の前で射精が止まらなくなってしまって。どうしたらいいのか
こいつ何言ってんの？
私も焦った。勢いやばいよね。
お
Hey
前何
yo.
やってんだよ。最近の高校生。
来たらどこでコスしようかな。
専用の場所があるんですか？
マジ？合わせしたりがメインの撮影イベントに遊園地貸し切ってあるお、あとは撮った写真を SNS に上げたりとかね。
ネットに上げちゃうんですか？
割と普通じゃない？ほら。
Oh, she's already been posting, or no? She's showing someone else's.
こ
Oh,
の
okay.
人はスタジオかな。あとこの人、ジュジュさん、マジ可愛くない？私、ジュジュさんめっちゃ好きな
I'm
の。
never gonna meet some of these people.
マウントとかは出てないっぽいし、謎の人っていうかガチでって感じ。
Hmm.
ずいぶん幼く見えますね。おいくつくらいの方なんでしょう
Ooh.
中学生とか？
I,
小学生だったりして。
we're probably gonna meet this character, right?
フラワープリンセス列の変身前の理解度をしようタコス。これガチで好き。マジで。
That's one of the characters she said she liked in episode 1.
この人もマジ綺麗。ずっと黙ってるけど、五条くん的には綺麗じゃないの？
いえ、そういうわけじゃ。
じゃあ何？
その、
Oh.
俺、一
Mm-hmm.
人っ子なんで、ひな人形はじいちゃん家で初めて見たんです。
We kind of saw a glimpse of this in the first
絵が
episode,
釘
didn't we?
付けになって、心を掴まれたような感じで、
Mm.
綺麗っていう言葉は、こういうもののためにある言葉なんだって思ったんです。あの日から、俺にとって綺麗は特別なものに対する言葉になって、心から思った時でないと
Okay.
言えないと言い
Yeah.
ますか。
The fucking Hinata basically raised the expectation for beauty for him.
五条くんが自分でそう決めたんならいいと思うけど。そういうこだわりとかって大事じゃん。私も一応こだわりあるし。
乳袋でしたっけ？
Like boob bags.
ラーメン食べたのによく入
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Like
でも今日結構
they just ate and she got like a big
増
ass
やすか。
piece of
や
food.
っぱりラーメン代払います。
おごりだって言ったじゃん。
Oh.
マジでいいんだって。なんていうか嬉しかったし。
Mm.
これいいよって勧めても実際プレイしてくれる人ってあんまいなくてさ。
Yeah, and he
大
like
体見たんだ。
he was committed. He actually paid a lot of attention to it
で
too.
も五条くん制服半端なくしたかったんだよ。俺。五条くんに
Oh, the light. This track goes hard too.
あと私に手伝えることって正直お金出すことだけだし。っていうか
I mean, you just gave your thanks there too.
やっぱ五条くんも一口食べなよ。ほら。
Damn, that looks good.
関節キス。いえ、ほんと
This
お腹いっぱいで。
今こいつめっちゃ食うなって思った。
Who said that?
思ってません。
顔思ってんじゃん。別米食べないとお腹膨れない人だし、そういうことだ
What the
は
hell?
い、わかりました。
いいよ。イベントまで気を。
そのイベントっていつあるんですか？
あった。ちょうど2週間後にあるみたい。
Are we gonna be ready in 2 weeks though?
ごめん、電車乗り遅れちゃうから先行くね。
Bro,
2週
it's in
間
2
後。
weeks, yeah. Alright, so that was episode 3 of My Dress Up Darling. And we are slowly making progress towards the completion of the Shizuku cosplay for our girl Marin. So but before we got into, you know, all the, you know, prep, basically all the preparation that you know, prepping all the materials and the wig and all that, we kind of went through a little a little, you know, deal here between Marin and Wakana, where, you know, Wakana was kind of embarrassed to go back to school when you know, after their basically first, you know, interactions in the first 2 episodes, and he felt just embarrassed to see her in school and to talk to her like a friend, especially after, you know, that crazy dream he had in the beginning. I almost forgot about that after finishing the episode, but he didn't want to be seen around her. He didn't want to, you know, he didn't want other people thinking, you know, weird things about them if they were like a couple or whatever. And you know, he just really seemed to care a lot about how other people perceived him and them and her, you know. And he was really bothered by it. So, you know, he went out of his way to not talk to her as much as, you know, maybe he would have in different circumstances. And, you know, he even just straight up ran away from her at the end of school. But, you know, obviously we saw, I said in reaction, but Marin didn't care about any of that. You know, she stayed the same way, you know, she kept acting the same way she did, you know, when they were just hanging out together as she did in school. Which I thought was, you know, it's perfectly her. You know, that's exactly the type of person she is. You know, we saw that in the first episode, where she didn't care if she was, you know, talking about her, you know, crazy anime game things around everyone else. She didn't care about any of that. She would even, you know, talk to her friends about it out in the open in the classroom. And just like she is with that, she's with, you know, her friends. And obviously she treats Gojo, and, you know, she thinks of Gojo as a friend. And he hadn't, you know, completely processed that. He hadn't completely, you know, connected that. He hadn't processed that yet. That, you know, Marin's like actually my friend now. We're in this together. We have a relationship now. We're friends. And I don't really think he thought of that yet. He's like, oh my god, this is my first friend in high school, and I don't even know if he had friends in like middle school or anything like that. I don't think he had friends since he was a little kid, since we saw in the first episode when he was talking to that one little girl. But yeah, basically his first friend. He doesn't really know how to act. He doesn't know that it's okay to be around her at school and, you know, not care about what other people think. Because that's kind of Wakana's whole thing, is that he's kind of a pushover, and he's not totally socially he's socially inept in some ways, you know, in terms of like big picture social interaction stuff. Anyways, but obviously that Marin confronts him. He's like, you know, what the hell, what's your deal here? You totally ran away from me. And you know, she finally reveals to him, even though, you know, he probably should have considered her a friend too already, but she's like, oh yeah, we're friends already. She is a big tease though. She is a big tease. She was like, oh yeah, maybe we should just be couples, since that's what other people are saying anyways. But and yeah, so eventually she takes him to go shopping. They do all the stuff, you know, they get the materials. You know, she finally sees how much effort he put into watching and playing the games, the Slippery Girls games. He knows every little detail, some details that she doesn't even know. And she just, after the whole episode, we finally see she just really, really is, you know, thankful that he put in this much effort for her, and that he actually, you know, showed mutual interest in this. It's not just like a one way that it's not a one-way thing where it's just Marin, you know, that cares about this. It's like he wants to be a part of this. He wants to complete this too. They're doing everything together, basically, and I think that's important for her and their relationship, and it just really shows how much of a good person I would say Wakana is, that he's so passionate about, you know, wanting to complete this, even though it's not really something that it's not really something that should in the end matter to him. Some like cosplay, you know, some extra thing that Marin just wants to do, you know, off a whim. And you know, going to some of the other things that happened this episode, we got a name for one of Marin's friends. We got Noah, I believe, or Noah. She's the girl with black and red hair. That's why I have written down on this little piece of paper here, because I always write down stuff for these shows. But I wonder how important these friends of hers are. You know, are they gonna be involved in some, you know, big plot thing later on? Not that there's like some major plot here, but I wonder how relevant they're gonna be throughout the show. And you know, if I did the right thing by even writing her name down, because I don't know if she's gonna be very relevant, or if we're even gonna get the names for the other characters. Maybe they get involved in the whole, you know, cosplay thing too. Maybe he eventually cosplays them up too. Probably not, but just a little extra thing. And we also got a name drop on another cosplayer. I think it was Juju, right? That was her, at least her online name, her cosplay name. They described her as a middle school aged cosplayer, or at least that's how they, you know, perceived her. Maybe she's older, who knows. But they name dropped her, and Marin was kind of, you know, gassing her up. She's like, oh, she's a super big cosplayer. Her cosplay are great, but she kind of never goes to events. She kind of just does her own thing. So I'm assuming that we're eventually going to meet this character. I don't know what her deal is going to be, or what her importance in the show is going to be, you know, her relevance in the show. Like, I don't know if there's going to ever be, like, I don't know how, you know, this whole cosplay world works in here in Japan specifically. You know, I don't know if there's like some cosplay competition, which is kind of something that I was thinking about. You know, is there some kind of competition? I don't know. I mean, I'd imagine that cosplaying is kind of like a friendly thing. You know, she described what Marin described as like, oh, just people just do it how they want to do it. They just have fun with it. They just enjoy themselves. It's not like a super, you know, it's not like everyone has a super competitive edge about it. But maybe there's like some cosplay competition. Maybe later down the line they introduce some big competition that maybe this other character shows up to, and maybe she's like some big timer that shows up at the competition. Who knows? I'm just throwing stuff out. Or maybe we just meet her down the line and she's just helpful. Who knows? They also showed some other cosplayers, but they didn't really name drop them like that. So I'm assuming they're probably not gonna show up or anything. But speaking on that whole scene where she's like talking about the cosplayers, Wakana, we get a little bit inside of Wakana and his relationship with the Hino dolls, and you know, how and what exactly went through his mind when he, you know, first saw the Hino dolls that his grandpa was making. And then his first thought was, these things are beautiful. This is what the meaning of beauty is. Is exactly what these Hino dolls are. And he basically told Marin that, you know, this is the bar that I set for beauty, is these Hino dolls. And you know, I can't say that something has to be of that equal beauty to for me to call something beautiful or pretty or anything like that. You know, the level of craftsmanship, the effort, and just the general, you know, complete product, the beauty that Hino doll has. That's his standard of beauty. and he will not, you know, move that. He will stand on that. And Marin even says that, you know, that's is like, you know, everyone has that. Everyone has some things that they will not move from, that they are, you know, completely stuck to, and that's, you know, Wakana, for him it's his standard of beauty. So I thought that was a pretty important insight there that they dropped near the end, and just the overall, you know, cute scene there at the end there at the bridge, where she finally thanks him. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but yeah, she's grateful for him, and, you know, actually going out and helping her out with everything. You know, she said that some of the things she would have bought wouldn't have been as accurate if he wasn't there, because he put so much effort watching and playing those Slippery Girl games. So just really great stuff overall in this episode. I really like this episode, and obviously I was saying it throughout the reaction too, but the music in the show is really it really does, it's just perfect. I love it so much. All so many different tracks in this episode that just, oof, they're just really good. I'm definitely gonna listen to the soundtrack over and over again by itself, on my own time. Other than that, I think that was just about it for this episode. I think I covered everything. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited to keep watching the show. I really enjoy it, and I hope to see you guys around next time.